guys, I'm here with my buddy Greg, and this time we're going to do the Bunseog of Taebaek. So we're going to start breaking down a modern interpretation and analysis of this form. So the first thing is, we have this low open hand blocks in this either cat stance or tiger stance, depending on preference, followed by front kick, double punch. Now, this motion here is essentially, as Greg's hands are up, and I do this a lot when I'm sparring, where I'll open him up for a front kick. And that's essentially what we're going to do. And this could just as easily be defending a push or something like that, but as his hands are up and forward, and I might do something like this to keep his hands up so that it starts drawing his hands out, maybe even getting some top position, and then I'm going to open this up. From right here, I'm going to throw my front kick, followed by my double punch. Now, the double punch, I think for a lot of people feels weird because you follow the kick with the punch. But I want you to think about, whenever I do body kicks, I always want to do that anyway, where I follow it with the same side. That's why we do it this way, because normally it feels better to throw a kick and then an opposite hand punch. But what we really want is, whenever we're fighting, we want to be able to throw, pop, pop, and follow it so that if they catch it, it's a deterrent. So once again, the first part of it here is I'm going to go to my tiger stance, here, front kick, double punch. Okay, that's part one. Okay guys, the next part of Taebaek, we go into this knife hand strike with the upper block. I'm going to come through, I do a circling motion, step through, punch. Circle through, step through, punch. This is obviously a grabbing motion. So what's going to happen is this. I'm going to rotate. I'm clearing this hand out of the way as I strike. From right here, I'm going to grab through, and I'm going to pull him down. And this is what this footwork is, as I pull him back into it. Now, he takes a sliding step back. I step in and I punch. From right here, I grab to the outside, and I see how I pull him down with my whole body. Now, as he steps back, punch, grab. And I continue this motion, inside, outside, so that we work both sides. I can grab the sleeve, or if it's no-gi, I can grab the bicep, and as he steps back, I step forward and I punch. From right here, grab the sleeve, step through, and I yank him down. This is a snap down. Now as he steps back, like so. Okay, so that's part two. Okay guys, part three. We do diamond block, uppercut, punch, side kick, elbow. Here's another way you can use that. So this diamond block is the same motion that we use in our judo. If I'm in a 50-50 grip here with Greg, but he grabs my collar here, and I do this to set up a lot of my throws, right? Same motion. Whether I'm doing a sotogari, hip throws, whatever, it doesn't matter. But essentially, a lot of times, I'll set up my throws like so. We're going to do something similar here. From this fighting stance, I'm going to grab his sleeve, and I'm going to grab here. I'm going to look at my wristwatch and see how I've got his collar and I've got his wrist. And from right here, what I'm going to do is, as he starts pulling back, I'm going to punch this underneath so that it ends up tying up this arm. So here, punching underneath. Now, from right here, I step through to my horse stance, and I can just as easily make this my sotogari. So one more time. I come through. Wristwatch and collar control. Punch it underneath, and I step through. But this time, he catches himself on his back foot. So I draw back, side kick, big elbow finish. Okay? That's part three. Okay guys, so in Taebaek, on the way back, we do knife hand, spear hand, turn, back fist, punch. Here's another way we can use this. Move forward just a little bit. I come through into my knife hand block here, and I post on the outside. I can turn his shoulder away. This gives me a lot of striking opportunities. One more time. See how I move this hand out of the way to do my knife hand block post. From right here, I'm going to grab his lapel as I step forward into a cross collar choke. Ridge hand becomes the cross collar. So I'm here, I grab, I reach through underneath, and I start to pull this. As I lift up and I start to pull back with this hand, like so. Now, from right here, I'm going to rotate and try to throw him. As I come around, if he catches himself, I'm going to hold him, step through, and punch. Ideally, though, I want to try to go for the throw, where I come forward just a little bit. I come through to here, I grab, I step through to my cross collar, and as I rotate around, this is what I'm looking for. But Greg's pretty good, so he's not going to just let that happen. So as he comes forward, I come through, I grab, I step, and as I come through to rotate, he rotates with me. So I end up in this position where I'm holding his lapel. I step through into my forward punch. All right, so that's part 4. Guys, the last part's very simple. If I get 2 sleeve control, this is my scissor block. I'm gonna open him up so that I make room for my front kick, double punch. And once again, I follow my kick with a punch so he doesn't grab my foot. But here it's particularly hard because we've gotten into a situation where we've grabbed some wrists, and I'm gonna start to, one comes up, one comes down. You'll notice on this one here, I'm on top of his sleeve, punching down. Same thing here. I'm driving it straight to the ceiling. So here, front kick, double punch. And that concludes Taebaek, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Thank you, Greg.